Hi everyone, welcome to Sports Jazz. Josh, Isaac, we are in the building. Of course, as always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure. Everyone that is always ready, waiting for us. Everyone that participates and is always part of the chat of the stream. Respect to everyone. And yeah, Josh. Of course, United still making headlines. Other clubs also making headlines. The transfer season has already started. It's heating up. Ateta is already pulling strings. He already has Zubimendi, and that midfield is going to be fire, having Declan Rice,
Does he
Zubimendi,
have
and
him?
Martin Odegaard. Yeah, he has him. Almost. Okay,
Does he have him?
he's almost there.
Yo, I ain't seen Fabrizio Romano say something about Zubi
Well, he said
to
it last
Arsenal.
time.
So
It's not
yeah,
going to be a problem anymore.
exactly. So
Uh,
waiting for the here we go.
but that's going to be a great one. It's going to be a great one. And if they get him, Josh, as I was saying, that midfield is
Well,
crazy.
Casemiro took him to town.
Was it, wait, was it Casemiro or Ugarte?
And
No, it was
Ugarte,
Casemiro.
the three of them, Ugarte, Casemiro, and Bruno.
Mm.
Yeah, we did score four on that night.
Well, let's wait and see how things turn up. Once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. Isaac and Josh. And yeah, Josh, we said it off. Josh, good news, by the way. Leny Yoro is back in training. Toby Colyer is also back in training. Colyer not so much, but Leny Yoro, I don't know whether he's going to be ready before the finals, because we need every man. We need all the artillery at our disposal. Although a lot of people are giving it to Spurs, Josh. You know, we've seen even some do a combined starting lineup and they only have Bruno Fernandes, between Spurs and Man United.
Absolute rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I mean, yes, you can say that the Manchester United, we are going through one of our roughest patches of all time. Since we trailing in 16th spot in the Premier League. I mean, that is almost actually with the second last, because the three teams were relegated. But then the last is Spurs in 17. So I mean, Ruben Amorim's side, despite all those adversities, we have actually had a very good performance in the Europa League. I mean, we have managed to go unbeaten, and we reached the final where we are to play Tottenham. But for someone to say that when you have a combined 11 of Man United, you can only put Bruno in Man United and Spurs, you can only put Bruno in that team. That's absolute rubbish. Because I mean, I had actually the guy who said it. I forget his name. He used to play
Never
for one
also
of
said it.
no
Never
leave
also said it.
first leave never, but there was this guy who said it on Sky at some point. But he used to play for, I think he used to play for one of those small clubs. But when you see what he's talking about when the Spurs lineup when the squad is fully fit. No Man United player can get in. But he's not talking about when the Man United squad is fully fit. He's talking about when the Spurs lineup is fully
But
fit.
who
So
would
I don't
okay,
understand.
assuming everyone is fit on both ends, who would you
Yeah, yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
join
Let's go.
apart from Bruno Fernandes?
No, maybe we can go player for player.
Oh, by the way, the yellow can.
No. We can go player for player. First, leave
Yeah.
Diallo can, because you're looking for players. Me, I already have them. Because in goal, yeah, maybe Vicario can take the day. At
Mm.
right back, who is the right back at Spurs? Do you even know him?
I don't
I
even know
doubt you know
him.
him. Exactly. And that guy gets in ahead of Diogo Dallo. How? Then Spence,
By the way,
does
you're
Spence
talking
get in
about that.
ahead of
We even have
Mazraoui?
Mazarawi.
No,
Exactly.
you
That's what I was
see,
going to say.
yeah, does Spence go getting ahead of Mazraoui?
No,
So it's
no, no,
absolute
no,
rubbish. It's even
no.
insulting to try and make a lineup. Yes, the back two. You can say that
Their defense is solid.
a fit Romero and
Ramirez,
Van. I've forgotten the guy's name. The
Van de
Dutch
Van, or
guy.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Van
know.
der Ven. Yeah, Van der Ven and Romero. You can say that that's a very good. That's a formidable partnership. But then again, it's difficult for you to leave out Licha, because a fit Licha in the back. I mean, he's a player you have to think about. So I don't know whether you stick with a partnership that is already sound or you pick Licha. And Leny Yoro has a lot to say about that position because
Oh
he's been
yes, he would be asking
season.
questions.
Yes, he's been phenomenal this season. So I mean, it's not guaranteed that those are the. But when you go for experience and the partnership that they've already made in the team, maybe you can say the two take the day. So let's go to in front of the defense. That is number 6. There is Ugarte. There is Casemiro. There is Bisuma.
Bissouma,
There is Bisuma who
Bissouma,
plays in midfield for Spurs.
Bissouma is there.
Yeah, Bisuma and who? Bisuma and Sa, and none of
No,
those get in.
size on the other side.
No, size in midfield.
Okay.
Not Ismaila Sa. No, no,
Ah,
no.
okay, 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 okay.
Double R.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in midfield with Bisuma, and I don't think Bisuma and Sa get in ahead of either Ugarte or Casemiro.
No, I think Bissouma could get in.
No, I don't think so.
I see Bissouma and no, Josh, how about this other guy? Who? Bentacore?
Yeah, Bentacore. Not even Bentacore. Not even Bentacore. I mean, Casemiro could play ahead of Bentacore.
But I think
Then,
Bissouma and Casemiro.
Not Ugarte. Okay, let's say Bissouma
No.
and Casemiro. Then for Bruno Fernandes, even them themselves settled that. And
Yeah.
up front,
Amad
yes, you can
Diallo.
go. Up front, you can go for Solanke. You can go for Amad Diallo. And who plays up front for them? Son.
Yeah, but Son has barely started. Okay, he's there.
No,
yes, he's there.
we're talking about hypothetically, because when you get to the
I
teams
think he
as
would be
they
dropped,
are now,
Josh. I
yes?
think he would be dropped. Do you know why?
Yeah.
He's not really. If even when he's rather even when he's fit, he barely makes an impact on the pitch. I mean, he's not the Son that we used to
No,
know back then.
you see the whatever the hypothesis that has been formed in these pundits' mind is not what the players are capable to give. Okay, they are on this player is better than this one, which is always for me, I think is is a bit difficult, and the preference would take that day every time you choose like that. So they would actually go for a player like Son. And I would also go for a player like Son because of what he has done in the past and the experience. And when you read the name of Heung-min Son, you're going to pick him any day. And besides,
so then who are you going to have? You're going to have Son
and besides,
on the left.
Yes, besides United has Garnacho in that position, so there's no way Garnacho is starting ahead of Son. Impact.
So that means you're either dropping Amad Diallo or Bruno Fernandes, because if you have Son
Amad
that
Diallo
side,
is playing on the right.
on
Amad
the right,
Diallo is playing on the right.
Okay,
Son is
on the
playing
left.
on the left. Yes.
Then in the middle, you have Solanke.
In the middle, Solanke,
no, ahead,
yeah.
In front. So
Solanke.
Behind Solanke, you put Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno, Bisuma, and maybe Casemiro.
And Casemiro. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I think that's a good one. So I don't understand why people would go on and say,
because it's Manchester United, it would make news. Can you believe saying that? Can you believe saying that Man United's lineup gets in the way? Believe you me, 70% of the pundits will give the game to. Actually, 80% of the pundits will give the game to Spurs. Yeah, they'll build up, give the game to Spurs. Then a few days to the game.
Majority already have, and they're only saying it's because of the pedigree, the history, and all that.
A few days to the game, they'll change their minds because they will have attracted enough attraction. Yeah, they will have garnered enough traction. So
United ahead of the Europa Final, United is likely to use Spurs in pole position to win their first major trophy in a while, and
I hope they do. I hope they do.
Maybe the pedigree, the fact that United has been to more finals compared to Spurs, that's the only slim chance that United has over Spurs, and it's crazy how they write us off.
Side that is so bad. This United side that is so bad.
Madrid home and away 7 goals.
This United side that is so bad, so poor, is ahead of Spurs in the league. As in Spurs is the last. No. Spurs is the last. United is second last. But then again, Spurs is better than United. When before the season, when the season had just started, when we still had Eric Ten Hag, every pundit out there was saying United should go and get Ange Postecoglou.
Mm.
And I was laughing at my screen. I'm like, is this guy out of his depth? I
The
mean,
football manager.
no, yeah, the football manager player, you know. And that's the guy that was saying, no, they should drop Eric Ten Hag for Ange Postecoglou. He knows exactly what he wants. He knows what he's doing. If you look at him, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is a guy who was battered with 9 men and
Mm.
against Chelsea and continued to play a high line and a high line, a high line with 9 men, 2 red cards. And you're telling me that this guy is better than any manager United has had? I know we've had a lot of problems, but give me a break, yo.
Anyhow, once again, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Yeah, Josh, well, good news. You're back in training. I think that's really, really nice. Squad boost. But still, I think we're still lacking. I also understand Josh Zax is doing whatever he can, including Dallo, Josh, to be fit ahead of the game. But I barely. I mean,
I
even if
hope
they do it.
Zaxi does not play at all.
Who? Zaxi?
It's a
You hope he
week.
doesn't play.
Yeah, because he'll get injured for I
Anyway,
think 3 months of next season.
that's what I'm also saying. Even if Dallo is ready, I mean,
It's
he's
just a
already
week.
started training solo. He's already started training solo, Josh Dallo,
Yeah,
and today he
Dallo could
completed
be
his
back, but
first training, solo training. But anyway, I don't know. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. It's just crazy. It's just wild. I don't know how things will be. But if Luke Shaw stays fit, I think I see him playing as the left CB on that day. Maguire in the middle, and Mazarawi, or rather Leny Yoro, this other side as the right CB and wing back. 100% Mazarawi is going to be there. I
so
know you're
you
going to say
can say
Diallo.
no. You can say I would prefer to have Diallo in that position though. But
Mm,
given the frailties that he has as a defender, maybe you can allow him to stretch Spurs. He stretches the opponent
he
better
stretches
when
every
he's
opponent.
running from deep. Okay,
Mm,
than when he's
mm,
operating from the inside 10.
yeah.
As an inside 10, he's a very good player, so he can manage to operate in those sections of the pitch. However, he is very explosive that you lose a bit of the pace that he can give you when he's coming from deep. So I
Mm.
would like to think that he would benefit the team much more if he's playing as a right-sided wing back.
Well, let's one see. Okay, Josh, so real quick, Josh, give me your starting on that day if everyone is fit. Okay, okay, no, with what we have
Bro,
right
too
now.
soon. No, too soon, too
It's too
soon.
soon.
Yeah,
What
it's too soon. Yeah,
you
there's
might
players
leave.
that I'm no, there's players that I'm looking at, and I'm looking at Leny Yoro, who's just returned. Matthias Delict also has a small chance of getting back before that game, but it will be very difficult for him to feature. The
Yeah.
young defender Aiden Heaven is dealing with an injury, but much as he's absent, you don't know what will happen between now and then. So I mean, Toby Collier is back, Dallo is back, Evans is back. I mean, I think Leny
I
Yoro
still
needs
don't see Dallo
training.
starting. I still don't see Dallo starting,
I
and that
wish
will be a
Dallo,
stretch.
I wish Dallo can be fit enough to start.
Why, Josh?
Yeah, because we don't have a right wing or a left wing back. Dallo is better than Dogu in that position, and Luke Shaw cannot play in that position.
Well, he's not fit. That's what I'm saying, Josh. Match fit. I
Yeah,
mean, you need
but I
minutes.
hope.
You need.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I hope that he's fit by the time we play the final. Because Wednesday's training, Leny Yoro missed it, Matthias Delict missed it, Aiden Heaven was nowhere to be seen in the open training. So, I mean, the positive signs was the return of Johnny Evans, Collier, and Dallo.
And Dallo. Sekou Kone was also, by the way, part of the, of the boys from the academy that stepped into the first team training today. Kone was there.
I hope that Soko Kone plays maybe against Spurs on Chelsea on Friday.
And but do you think Amorim should bring everyone on, or you should just give them minutes just to stay match fit,
Yeah, I think they play the last 20 minutes of the game.
regardless of whatever result we have, right?
Yeah. We're not looking for a result.
Mm. I also
Yeah, the
agree with
teams
you.
that
I
are
mean,
relegated are
regardless,
relegated.
it's a useless match or a useless game right now to risk everything ahead of the final. So I would also agree with you. Once again, guys,
But
please do
Bruno,
subscribe. Mm,
Bruno
Bruno
being
is
Bruno
likely
is
to
going.
play.
Yeah, is
I
likely
know.
to start. Actually,
And
there are players that I want to play because I think they'll be frustrated if they are not playing.
if like Bruno,
Yeah, it's better for them to be playing than to rest.
Mazarawi. By the way,
Yeah. But I
when we
would rest
signed
Mazraoui. I
Mazarawi,
would rest. Mm.
sorry, when we signed Mazarawi, everyone said there was yeah, it was a bit crazy because of his rather it was a bit of too much of a risk because of his injury status. You remember, but
Yeah,
surprisingly, he has done
bro,
way better than even the league this season in terms of keeping
bro,
fit.
bro. The dude came
Everyone
in
talked
at
about the knee, everything, but he stayed compared to the league, compared to other players. I think he has stayed fit. Josh, he has done incredibly well.
bro. The dude came in at 17 million pounds, but you would
Mm,
think that
no, Josh, it's
Manchester
13.
13, yeah, rising
Yeah,
to 17, right?
17. Okay.
Okay, nonetheless, he came in at 13 million pounds, but you would
Mm,
think that United had murdered someone in the transfer window. The fact that we did sign Mazraoui. I
I
mean,
know.
yo, pundits were almost
And by
undressing
the
on
way, he was
TV.
a bug.
To,
Right now is when you see that Mazarawi is was and is a bargain. I mean, for
he
that
was
amount of
always a
money,
bargain. He was always a bargain because if you do sign a player for that little money, then you have a chance.
I know.
Yeah, you have a
Rob Tough,
chance.
Rob
I
Tough.
mean,
What up? What up? What up?
a
How is
gamble
Cardiff?
can pay off.
Yeah, Josh. Who is this guy who played for Cardiff? There's a guy. I think he was from Australia or Austria. I don't remember the guy.
Bellamy, Craig
No,
Bellamy.
no. There's a guy
Uh,
at one. Is it Cahill? Not Gary Cahill, but I think his name is Cahill. I'm not. I don't remember the name. Rob Tough. Who's that guy? And he's a legend. He played for Cardiff City. I'm not so sure, but I remember. Um, who is that guy?
no, Cahill didn't play for Cardiff.
No,
So
no, no,
we
no, no. No, I'm not so sure about the game. I'm not. I'd rather about the name, but I remember
no, we
him.
talk
He's
about
either from
stars at
Austria or
Cardiff.
Australia. Yeah,
Who do you
I'm
remember? Who do you remember at Cardiff? Stars.
like real stars.
Yeah.
That's the one of the guys that I was remember. He is actually he did so well at God. I'm forgetting. Um, oh my, I don't know whether Rob Tough remembers. I actually read about him yesterday. Uh,
Anyway, for me, I would talk about Ramsey, and I think Bellamy played for Cardiff. I'm not sure, but I think Bellamy played for Cardiff. Off
Ramsey
head,
by the
those are the players I would remember.
Aaron Ramsey. I don't remember the
Yeah.
guy's name, man. I wish I could remember the name, but I just don't remember. Anyhow, once again, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Glad to have you on. Rob Duff. Rob Duff says, my friend Robert Anshaw played for
Yay!
Cardiff.
Ansho, yeah. Ansho did. Ansho did. Yeah.
He's
Ansho
your
did.
friend. That's nice.
Yeah. I remember Ansho.
He was a real one. Anyway, Josh. Yeah, moving on, Josh. Yeah, we're going to news coming in again today is United have shown strong interest in
Yes.
the guy we talked about yesterday, 23-year-old,
Juan Garcia.
in signing Espanyol's goalkeeper Joan Garcia, with the reports indicating they've made contact with his entourage to explore a potential summer transfer. Josh, 23 years old Spaniard, has already impressed in the La Liga. I think he has more clean sheets than everyone. And I mean, the saves also, he's leading in in La Liga. And while securing 7 clean sheets in 32 appearances for Espanyol, Josh, I think his performance has attracted a lot of attention, Josh, from Arsenal. And we know Arsenal, Mikel Arteta loves Spaniards. He
Yeah,
loves
but
Spaniards.
Joan
Man City
Garcia's
as well.
ceiling,
Mm.
Joan Garcia's ceiling is so high. I don't see him going to Arsenal to play second fiddle to
Right,
David
David Raya.
Raya. Yeah, besides he will have cemented his friend. He would have cemented his place as a second choice keeper for Spain. because David
Mm,
Raya has not yet broken into the Spanish side proper. And if
mm,
you're playing a second fiddle to him at club level, then if he displaces Unai Simon, then you're going to be the third choice goalkeeper for Spain, which I don't think
mhm,
Juan Garcia is looking at. The only hindrance to us acquiring the services of Johan Garcia would be Man City stepping in, because Man City has a very healthy financial records. They can still buy two, three players for say 100 million, 80 million pounds, because they've
mm.
been selling and they've been getting this money over the years.
Oh
They've
yeah.
been doing very good business over the years. So unlike United, that is in a fix. Man City is very healthy, and Man City is in a far better position than Manchester United. So if they're competing for a player, I don't think the player would choose Manchester United.
Well, yeah, that is true. That is true. And yes, besides, anyway, Garcia's release clause is set at 25 million euros, or you can say 21.3 million pounds, which could raise to 30, Josh,
Anyone's game,
euros, or
anyone's
25.6
game.
million pounds in the final 15 days of the transfer window, Josh, or increased by even an additional 5 million if he debuts for the Spanish senior team, because he hasn't, Josh. But the catch is, Josh, if Espanyol faces, or if Espanyol get relegated, his release clause will drop to 15, Josh. I think
I
that is
hope
not so
it's not.
bad,
I
making
hope
him
they're
more
not
attractive
relegated.
bargain.
I hope they're not relegated. I want him to. I want it to be very impossible for him to leave Espanyol,
But
so
the only way,
United can
Josh,
stand a
for us to
chance.
increase all the chances to sign him is if they get relegated.
No, we don't. That is, it's not in our favor, because if they do get relegated, I mean, the big boys are going to come in town and they offer much more than you're offering. They will tell you that, by the way, I am Man City. I think I'll be winning the league next season. I have brought in Mamouche. I have brought in Florian Wirtz. I have brought in. I have brought in Savinho. I have brought in. Who is this interesting guy from the Dutch guy, Reinders? I'm bringing in Reinders from AC Milan. So, I mean, the project is in a very healthy place, because even Dean Hewson is on the market and I am looking at him. So, if I've brought in 8 players, I want you to actually be part of the new project at Man City. I mean, I have a record. I have won a couple of trophies over the years.
Mm.
Like his reputation precedes him. Like Pep Guardiola, his reputation precedes him. Everyone would know what he has done. So it's very easy for him to convince a player to actually join Man City. Whereas Manchester United, it's going to be very difficult. I mean, how do you pitch that? I mean, can come. I know you. There's Arsenal and Man City there, but you can come to Manchester United. We are 16th, but we are in the final of the Europa League.
But anyway, I think it will be an upgrade on Onana,
Uh,
Josh.
I
It will
mean,
be an upgrade.
we are going to double your salary, but if we fail to get into the Champions League, we shall cut your salary by 25%. I mean, yo, bro.
Yo, anyway, Josh, everything
So when it's
aside,
difficult, and say it's maybe 30 million pounds, and Man City sees that this is too much money to pay for one Garcia, then the poor guy can go and, you know, be the rich one at that point and pay that money.
well, again, let's wait and see if you're saying him, rather, Espanyol being relegated drops our chances to sign
It
him.
drops our chances of
Let's
signing
wait
him,
and see.
but I
But
would
yeah,
love the
Josh
player.
Garcia, 23 years old, fast keeper for Espanyol, and he has really had an impressive season this season. Out of 34 matches, he has played 3,060 minutes, Josh, conceding 41 goals and keeping 7 clean sheets, Josh. And he has faced 167 shots, saving 125 for a
Wow.
74.85% save percentage. And of course, he leads in the La Liga shots conceded, rather in the La Liga, the saves and shots conceded. I mean, the interceptions, the aerial duels won, while ranking second in save percentage and fourth in expected goal prevented. He has only 2 yellows, no red cards, no goals yet or assists. And yeah, I mean, total La Liga appearances stand at 38
I don't hear
appearances. I think
anything in those stats about him playing the ball from the back,
about him
because
playing the ball from the back.
yeah, he's also comfortable with his feet.
Yeah, he is. He is, Josh. And I'm looking at the stats compared to Onana. I mean, no, wait, listen, Josh. 34
Yeah,
matches,
I'm here.
34
I'm
matches
here.
played together. Rather, both have played 34 matches, league matches. Minutes played 360, the same for Onana. 3060, the same for Onana. 3060. Then goals conceded 41. That is 1.21 per 90. And as for Onana, 48, 1.41 per 90. Clean sheets, they all have 21%. Shots faced, 167. Onana, 165. Saves, 125 for Garcia, 117 for Onana. Save percentage, 74.85. Garcia, 70.91 for. Josh, they are close.
It looks like we're buying another Onana. No, 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 no.
But
But
anyway, Josh,
Garcia looks good on
distribution.
the eye, though. He looks good on the eye, though.
Yeah, distribution wise, Josh, less comfortable. From what I see, he's less comfortable with the ball playing duties with the 63.2 pass completion rate, and which is typical for a La Liga goalkeeper, Josh, in less possession, especially for a
Yeah.
dominant team. So his distribution is functional, but not a standout, Josh.
Because
Yet for
Espanyol is
Onana,
not the team. Espanyol is not the team that predominantly plays like that. But Man United, even if I don't know, I don't believe that start because Onana, for me, he's the worst. He's the worst player. He's the worst distributor of the ball among the goalkeepers in the Premier League. He hangs around the ball, yes, for a bit, so maybe that can be counted in his percentile to play out from the back. He hangs around the ball. He can make a pass here and there. But if he's to distribute the ball 20 yards, 30 yards, that ball never finds a teammate. Never.
Well,
I
Roptop
know.
says, I'm not sure about a relegated keeper, but I'll trust you guys. Onana has been terrible.
Yeah,
And it's true,
Onana's
by
been
the way,
terrible.
Josh. Onana has been, because when you look at the consistency and errors, Garcia has recorded no errors leading to goals this season, Josh. You know,
No,
and that
that's the point,
showcases
actually.
his real,
That is the point because
that
a
shows he's very
keeper,
reliable, Josh,
yes, a keeper could be scored and stuff like that. But
despite
for me,
Espanyol's
Onana, it
defensive
is the
errors.
errors. It's the errors leading
He's
to goals.
very prone to
that are-
costly mistakes, Josh, you know?
yes. He's very susceptible. I mean, actually, there was a point in the game against Athletic Bilbao. After that, I don't remember the guy's name, Beranga or something, who scored the first goal. They had a belief that let's shoot on sight. You know, something will happen. Just shoot on sight. Because there was a guy who could have scored, but he just blasted the ball because he expected Onana to miss. So he hit it against Lindelof. But if he had just passed it into goal, he would have scored. Yeah, I mean, I agree with Rob Tuff. I mean, Onana has been terrible. That's whatevering the things that he does, the mistakes that he does, very many schoolboy errors for a goalkeeper at that level. And for you to actually win anything, you must have a proper goalkeeper. You can have a mediocre goalkeeper and expect to do much more in the league. But when they say that we are chasing for sixth, Onana is that level of sixth position.
Anyway, I think Garcia slightly
Oh,
outperforms
I
Onana
remember
in
Meret. I
shot
remember Meret.
stopping. Who?
I remember Meret.
Merit is on a free transfer, worth looking at. Another keeper.
Lemons, I'll pay more attention to him, but I know Meret. He's good. He's good too.
He's okay.
Yeah.
You think he would chip in? He would do well.
Yeah. He can. Especially he's now on a free. But if we get Meret, that's a guy who has come to push Onana. Yet for me, I'm looking for a guy to replace Onana. Onana can be on the bench.
Anyhow, once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Yes, is it Chisa or Chisa or Chisha? Shout outs to you, man. Yes, we are catching up slowly by slowly. It's never easy. Thank you. Yeah, Josh. By the way, going back when I asked Rob Tuff how he knows Ian Shaw, he said he arrived from Zimbabwe when he was young and stayed at my friend's house. That's his cousin. Then he went on to say he's the only player to score a hat trick in every English league in cup competition at international level. Okay, that is new. That is new.
Uh,
Seriously, I didn't know that.
yeah,
That's some
all I
good.
remember about him, he was a striker.
Yeah, that's some good ones. Ziad, hi, what up, brother? Hi, Ziad, what up, Ziad? I don't know what
What
you
up,
think about
Ziad?
the keeper that we are interested in. Johan Garcia from Espanyol. Does he cut it? Is he the man to replace Andre Onana? One would say otherwise.
What would be his choice?
I don't know. He hasn't said anything yet. He hasn't said anything yet about his choice. But yeah, Josh,
Ah, you saw
Josh, how excited
that?
are you about being at Ten Hag? Oh, by the way, there is rumor that he's asking how excited are you for Ten Hag? Yeah, there's rumor he's Leverkusen pointing fingers at Eric Ten Hag replacing Jabi Alonso. We all know Alonso is going to Real Madrid, by the way, replacing Don Carlo Ancelotti at the end of, or rather, next season. And I read about Eric Ten Hag. Josh, do you think he fits? I don't know. I don't think he would, but it's the German league, and they play the kind of football that he wants. I think he would
I
prosper
mean,
that side.
he's going to shine. He's going to shine. Just believe.
Josh, don't
He's
say
going
that
to
because
shine. He's going to shine. No, those clubs are much better than
he will
Manchester
shine
United.
if he does not fill the whole squad with Dutch players, the
No,
Vegas,
those clubs
Tyrell
are better
Malacia.
managed. Those clubs are better managed than Manchester United was at the time he was at the club. I mean, he
Leverkusen is
was
for some
running the
pain
show.
if Eric Ten Hag goes there.
Well, let's wait and see. But Ziad, I think he would do well. I think he would do well at Leverkusen.
Who, him?
Let's wait
Eric
and
Ten Hag?
see. Yeah. If he
I'm
does
not so
get the
sure,
job,
Josh.
if
I'm
he
not
does
so
get the
sure.
job, he'll do well at Leverkusen.
The only problem, him filling the whole squad, Josh, as I've said again, with Dutch players.
Ziad, come on! It's just time. It's just about time. At the guy, the keeper is called Lamens. Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's the keeper Rob Taff was talking about.
Mm. The one who was
Yeah.
on a free transfer.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not
He
a free
plays
transfer. The Belgian.
the Belgian. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we just need a keeper. That's what I know.
Yeah, but
We need someone
he
to
goes
replace or
ahead.
to give
He
to
goes
bring
ahead and says that
competition for Onana.
no wonder Ta and Florian Wirtz are leaving
Not only
Bayer
him, Josh.
Leverkusen.
Not
At
only him.
not only who.
Not only those two. Ta is leaving.
Yeah,
Bayern
he's
Munich has
leaving on
made
a
an improved
free.
offer. Yeah, and they
Yeah,
have made
but
an improved offer in terms of
What
wages
Ziad is referring to the presence
because
of
Eric
Eric
Ten
Ten
Hag
Hag.
is coming.
Yeah, but I mean, Bayer Leverkusen just put this out there because for Tar they could have given him a new contract if they wanted him to stay, and it so happens that when a manager leaves, I mean, Chabi Alonso is a guy who has been with them for a while, so if he's leaving, some players may want to leave, and for Florian Wirtz, he was always going to leave because he has become larger than life at Bayer Leverkusen. The environment has become
I
small
just
for
hope he
him.
doesn't come to Man
So
City. I hope he doesn't go to Man
just
City.
he will. They have the money. I mean, they have the money. They have the status at the moment, and Real Madrid doesn't look like they need a player like Florian Wirtz because the guy who is there. Oh, Xabi Alonso can go with him, and
Yeah,
there's a
there's that
whole
too.
lot of trouble.
I'm
But
surprised
there's
they're
a
not
whole lot
making.
of
I'm
trouble
surprised Madrid is not making an effort to get Jonathan Tah. With Alonso coming, from that side. I mean, they
because
need their
they're looking
defenses,
they're looking at
like it or not. They need CBs.
they're looking at
They
Dean
need
Houston.
to upgrade their defense.
They're looking at Dean Houston, but there's going to be a lot of trouble at Real Madrid because there's already a
He's
revolt
only
with
one.
Rodrigo Goes. Rodrigo Goes wants to leave the club. He feels that he's been disrespected at the club. He's actually chosen to stay indoors and not participate in any more activities for the club. But for
Who?
me, I think
Who, Josh? Sorry,
Rodrigo
I lost you
Goes.
from. No, I saw
Rodrigo
his
Goes.
post. He came out and rubbished that. He
Yeah,
came out a
because
few hours ago
because
and
yeah,
rubbish that,
because
Josh. That is not correct.
it's all PR. Maybe it's PR from Madrid and PR from Rodrigo, but something is actually going on. You know,
Mm.
something is actually
Yeah,
going on at the club. We
is
may
it
not
because he
know
didn't play? He didn't
the
get any
truth.
minutes when they were being beaten by Barcelona
Yeah,
last
yeah, yeah,
weekend,
yeah.
the El
I
Clasico.
don't know. Maybe it's more than that, but for me, I do believe it is going to be a lot more worse at the club, because I don't think Mbappe and Vinicius Junior are going to be able to fit in easily in the new system of the manager, and the manager might want to have new players like Florian Wirtz to operate in his 10, whereas he already has a player like Jude Bellingham playing there, who cost big money, who is a big talent. So, I mean, it's going to be a bit difficult for Real Madrid, but I do believe that Xabi Alonso is the right guy for the job. They should just give him the tools to do what he wants to do.
Well, Rob Duff is still talking about the keeper from Royal
Lemons,
Antwerps. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Is it Saint Lemens?
Royal Antwerp.
And I'm seeing,
Mm.
yeah, 22 years old, potential signing for United.
Yo, that is not an attribute I would like to see in a keeper, that he can score
Oh,
with his head as well at corners.
who say? Rob Duff
Yeah,
can
that he
score
can
with his.
score with his head as well at corners. I mean,
How many goals does he have? Let me check out how
even
many
if
goals he has.
he has five, it please be a keeper, because we bought Onana because he can play from the back, and the guy
Yeah, but
he
there's
has
a lot
better
of interest,
fingers.
Josh. I'm seeing Arsenal, PSG, City, Bayern Munich, are all Newcastle, West Ham, Wolves. Oh my God, everyone wants a piece of him. But the David Ray is a good. I don't know why he would want to be replaced, but he's a good one.
They don't want to replace him; they want to give him competition.
Maybe competition. Ziad says, "What do you think about Amorim paying for the staff?" Oh, by the way, that
Yo,
is embarrassing. I don't know whether he first
meltdown.
consulted the management or the Glazers,
No, why
okay,
would
of
he?
course, not the Glazers, or Berada, and and like, look, if you guys are not going to take them, I'm willing to. But he paid for 30,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
why would he consult them? For
because
me, I
you're
think
making
it
them
is
look bad,
okay.
Josh. Yeah, I
And
mean,
what
Josh,
do you mean?
you have a club
What do you mean you're
that are
making them
saying,
look bad?
yeah,
They already looked bad.
I know, but I'm
Isaac,
saying
hear me
you're
out.
making things worse. You're making things worse, Josh. Just a minute. You're making things worse. Here comes Man United. Of course, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. They are trying to make things right. Cutting salaries. Cut a lot of, by the way, physios and this or this one. Many people they are cutting. Many people are leaving at the end of this season. Under 21 coach, is it under 18 coach, academy coach, is also leaving. So now here comes, we're in the Europa final, and I think it's a norm. Spurs is already going to pay for around 700 of their first ticket holders, something like that. But for Manchester United to come out and say, we are not going to be paying, or we are not going to facilitate any of the staff to go to Bilbao in Spain and watch that game, the final, but rather we are going to get a restaurant, prepare for you a good, or pay for a good dinner where you can watch the game from. And the manager, Amorim, comes out and says, look, it's okay. I'm going to take care of that. Rather, or I'm going to take care of all of them, the bills and everything. Don't you think that is a bit of I mean, that's what I'm saying. Did he ask or consult Omar Berada?
He doesn't need to seek permission to do what he wants to do. These guys are always throwing charity events every now and then. I mean, this is the position the club finds itself in. It wants to save as much money as they can. I mean, the people that you're talking about, among the 30 staff that he paid for, some of them are coaches. These are coaches.
What?
Yes, some of them are coaches, and
Okay,
he
that's
paid.
horrible. Seriously.
Yes, he paid for them and his family and their families.
And their
So I
family. I
mean,
know 30 people, but coaches?
yes,
Oh, that is
yes,
very poor.
including coaches. So I mean, it is that bad that United has to do what they have to do to minimize costs. Okay, but then again, if you can afford it and you can pay for it, I don't think that is damning to the club. It is damning to the owners. That's Ratcliffe and Glazers, because they would have taken that money out of their own pockets and paid, and the club does not pay for that. Okay, maybe they would have done that, but they're not. They they are not philanthropic. as philanthropic as that, maybe to do such a thing. But then Ruben Amorim doesn't mind to do it. So for me, I don't see any problem with it. I know that they've been going on about it, that he embarrassed the club, and the club embarrassed themselves when they said
Anyway,
that
I know they
they
have to
were
take
not paying for,
measures.
when they said that they were not paying for staff in the first place. That was embarrassment enough. They, no one else needed to do any action to make it an embarrassment. It was already an embarrassment. If anything, you can say that it is a good PR stunt from our manager, that I mean, he's embedded in Manchester United already, and he feels that he's cut from the same cloth, so he has to give the players sorry, he has to come in to chip in and help
Mm.
the guys go and watch the game.
I don't understand why that happened, but I know all I can say is just they have to switch. They have to change that. It doesn't really look good. It's a shaming. It's damning, and
United is
it just
beyond
doesn't look good.
looking good.
But but
United is beyond looking good. We are trying as much as we can to make things right.
oh, you're saying we're trying?
As much as we can to make things right. I mean, financially, we are in a very, very horrible state.
Well, let's hope
And
things
the
just move
Glazers, the
forward.
Glazers still want their money when their money is due. Yeah, when their money is due, they want their money. So I mean, you have to be clever and do the things that you have to do to make sure that
Regardless of what happens,
their bosses get paid.
and a bit crazy, a bit weird too. But once again, guys, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Robtov says, "I've seen, he says I've seen a clip on X earlier scoring a header. Amarim said we need people who can score with the head. Well, you
Yo,
want him to
me,
rival Allison. You want him
I,
to
I,
rival Allison.
I don't want a keeper who has attributes that are not for keeping the goal anymore. I mean, Onana, I raved about him. I was his biggest supporter. I was talking about how he's going to do this and that. I mean, he's going to help Eric Ten Hag bring to life his philosophy. He's got to play from the back and stuff like that. It's unfortunate that he has Maguire and Lindelof in front of him, so they are maybe not comfortable with the ball. But in came Licha, and then I was thinking that he's going to be able to play with Licha and stuff like that. Yo, bro, guys just stepping over the ball and wasting a couple of minutes and playing a
Hmm.
bad pass.
Well, Josh,
Not
good
not
news. Okay,
not
I don't
that
know
it's
whether
a
it's good
blind
news.
pass, but the worst option.
I don't know whether it's good news, but breaking news right now, Josh. Tottenham Hotspurs have confirmed that Dejan is it Kulusevski?
Kulusevski, yeah.
Yeah, Kulusevski has now undergone surgery, and he won't be playing, Josh.
Yeah, that's a big blow. That's a big blow today
Madison is
because
also out, if I understand well.
who?
Madison out. Madison.
Madison, yeah. But
Yeah, he's
that's a
also
big
out.
blow to Spurs. Kulusevski is one of those players that you would want to have. He can turn a game. He can turn a game on his own. He's that type of player. Too bad we're
Kulusevski
going to
is
miss
good,
out
by
on
the
him.
way.
Yeah.
Of course, not very, but his contribution is always he's always good. And if Spurs are going
Up
to miss
there.
out on him, and Madson also not going to take not going to take part of that, well, let's wait and see. And Josh, well, in the meantime, Amarim is having a press conference, Josh, and they asked him about quitting, and he said, "I'm far from quitting. What I'm saying is, since I arrived here, I talk about standards. I cannot see the team having
Ah,
these results in the Premier League and say nothing but to take responsibility." That's what he's saying.
yeah.
You know.
He's
Um.
taken too much responsibility. I mean, it's going to reach a point that he just has to quit
Mhm.
because I
Well,
mean,
he says he's far from quitting. That's what he says.
yeah, that's what he says now. But
If
he
results
gets
don't
battered.
change,
Yeah, he gotta go. He gotta go.
I know he got. If
Yeah, he
results
gotta
don't
go.
change, everyone is criticizing why he's not. Everyone is, criticizing him why he doesn't change his style of play in order to accommodate
Ah,
other players.
fuck that. He shouldn't. He shouldn't. He should not do that. He should not do
Roptap
that. I don't
says,
want him to give in to that English media stuff because the
Roptap
manager
says we were
loses it.
happy. I was happy signing Onana, but he dropped off. So, to be honest, I was
Me
not
too.
very
Me too.
excited when we were
I
signing
was
Onana.
so excited signing
I
Onana.
wasn't, surprisingly.
I was so excited because he's a big character. He has all these confidence things going for him, and he can play from the back. We had a manager who wanted to build from the back. He brought in players like Licha who could be able to play the ball from the back. So I thought that Onana would be more comfortable and build this ball up and stuff like that. Your boy,
Mm.
guy was just making error after error, error after error, choosing the worst of options, waiting, hogging the ball and waiting for him to be
For,
pressed.
I
Then
hate
he
that.
plays
I
the
hate that.
ball
He
to
does that a
he
lot. He
plays
does that a
he
lot.
plays the ball to the guy who is pressed.
I know. He waits for the guys to be himself to be pressed. The other guy is already attacked or marked. Sorry, not attacked, marked. Then he gives them the ball. Yet he had all the time to give them or to pass the
Then he
ball
likes
to
he
them
likes to
earlier or
make a
even pass.
he likes to make a Hollywood pass when he knows that the player he's giving the ball is not press resistant. If
That is Onana
McTominay
for
comes
you.
for the ball, if McTominay comes for the ball and Bruno comes for the ball, why are you giving McTominay the ball? If
By the way,
McTominay
shout outs.
loses that ball, it's on you.
By the way,
It's
just
not
shout
on
outs to McTominay.
Bruno.
Scott McTominay is doing so well in Italy. And he's undroppable. He's doing so well for Napoli. Conte is very proud of the boy. And I think 2 weeks ago, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came out bashing the decision, bashing Manchester United, why they let go of Scott McTominay. Say that boy, he has everything, the DNA of the club, boyhood.
He was at the club in Norwegian
He shouldn't
and
have been
failed to
sold.
sign Erling Haaland. So he
I know.
shouldn't tell us. He shouldn't tell us about things that failed at the
He
club
brought you
and the
Jadon
decisions
Sancho
that
and
and the
Harry Maguire.
decisions. First, leave even Jadon Sancho and Harry Maguire because I think those decisions were beyond him. But the decision of Erling Haaland was also beyond him. He
No,
could
but he
not.
said it. He said he
Yes.
advised the
So
club. He was, he pressed for the guys to go for Erling Haaland, but they all
yeah.
said otherwise
Who is he
until he went
bashing when
to
he bashes the
Dortmund.
decision? Because he should know by
Anyway,
now that the decisions at United are shitty. You see,
Amorim is doing many
because he tried
interviews.
to
Where is the
sign Holland, but he
CEO?
failed.
Amorim is doing many interviews. Where is the CEO, technical director? Where are they hiding? Man, how many interviews has he done already? 400 something? Great.
149 now today 150. But for me, I think a manager should be able to refuse to do some of those interviews. I know, the broadcasters and stuff like that. It is mandatory to do some of them, but I don't think you should be doing all these interviews.
I also don't understand why he would be. There are very many, and I think as it stands
It's
right
not
now, just it's
Amorim is a
becoming a
Man United
distraction.
guy, and he's like Ronaldo calls him. He's a poet. He's a good orator and things like that, so he can make headlines for them. So they're just chasing him. I just asked Gary Neville, leave the guy, leave the guy. I know you work for Sky and what. Just let the guy breathe. Be the one who refuses to do interviews with him.
Well, Rob Duff, I think when we talked about Kulveski being out, he says, damn, that means my countryman Brennan Johnson might start. I'll cheer for him against. I'll have to cheer for him against. Josh, you know him, right? The Welsh
Of
professional
course, of
footballer.
course.
I think he's a fourth plays as an attacking midfielder for Spurs. You know,
Hmm?
let's
No,
wait
no,
and
no.
see how things.
He's good. He's going to be he's going to play right wing
Mm.
forward. Yeah, but
And
he's
and by
very
the way, they
good.
paid a lot of
He's
money for
dangerous.
him. Do you remember
He's
that?
a dangerous player. He's a very
Around
dangerous player.
47.5 million. They paid a lot of money for him. But he has faced challenges, Josh. The injuries, ever since the
Yeah.
North London derby, criticism from some Spurs fans. But yeah, of course, we all remember that time he scored a brace in the 4-1 win over Ipswich. Postecoglou praising his unique goal scoring ability. But hopefully he features anyway. I wish him all the
No,
best.
he
Hopefully
will.
he
He will.
comes through.
I think he's
And
their brightest player.
who right now?
Yeah, Brennan Rogers is sorry, Brennan Johnson is their
Johnson.
brightest player. Yeah, I mean he's a threat. He's a proper threat.
Well, just still the interview that is happening right now. Mazarawi was asked whether winning the Europa League will change the season. He said his response was the Europa League season would be a big winning the Europa League season. Or okay, the Europa League season would be a big success, but the Premier League season will still be shitty.
Yep, 100%.
Because he went on to say losing to Spurs 3 times this season alone makes things difficult. It's the Europa League final. Oh, sorry, it's the Europa League. It's the final, and it's going to be completely different. That I also agree. I hope we bring our A game, not to be embarrassed. You know, losing to one team 4 times in a single season, and which the fourth time they are lifting and taking the trophy away from you.
Yeah, but 2 of the 3 times we lost to Spurs, you should remember that Spurs was aided.
Josh, come on, man. You're going to say that.
Yeah, but it is true. Bruno was given a red card, which would never have been a red card. Altai Bayinda was pushed, and they said there was no VAR.
Well, hi peace, hi peace. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Peace.
It's been a
Hi
while.
peace, hi peace.
You won the
Nice
league.
to hear from you.
Congratulations to you, Liverpool fans. Well, but you still got knocked out by Newcastle. Was it the Carabao finals? Of course, we can't skip that. Then PSG also washed you. We are not also going to skip that. But yeah, congratulations. You lifted the EPL. While you were away, Josh was saying now at least you've won a proper trophy, unlike then when you won a COVID.
Yeah, but it still cost us.
yeah.
It cost us a pop.
I'd missed that.
Peace. Hi, peace.
Well, Amarim asked if he has a message for the fans. He said, message for the fans. You can see they support the team and the manager all the time. I have nothing to say. We have a lot. We have to run a lot, win titles. We have to win titles. So let's win it. That is Amarim for you, Josh. He says, he goes on to say the pressure on him in case he loses to Spurs. He says, if we don't win, it's clear. I don't think about it. The team has already proven that it's capable of surpassing itself in the final. Josh, that is Amarim for you. But this season, yeah, but it's good to stay positive, Josh.
Yeah.
Oh, his response is about the whole ticket thing. He says, Amarim on paying Europa final tickets for his staff members. Oh my God, I didn't know it were his staff members. Yo,
Yeah.
I thought it's okay. Do you know even Carlos Fernandez is one of those?
Yes, you thought they were cooks. They were not cooks, bro.
Okay, Josh, this is embarrassing. Seriously.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah. So why would you say that? I mean, he embarrassed
No,
Man United.
God.
He
And
embarrassed
just,
the Glazers.
now,
He embarrassed Radcliffe.
who is supposed to
What
help
rubbish is
him if
that?
he goes that side, Josh?
Exactly.
Oh my God, that is embarrassing from Ineos. You know, yesterday when it came out, I didn't really understand. I think I missed out some of the details, but it's his staff members
Yeah.
and their families.
Yeah. Leave the
His
families,
response
but
was, "It's
his
not going to
stuff.
change my life. It's about helping." All players had the same reaction. Everyone wants the staff to be there, the families to be
Yeah.
there. But this is embarrassing. I see Carlos Fernandez, all the guys he came with.
Yeah.
I thought it was just mere
Cooks.
very, very, very
Like
embarrassing.
the chef, the receptionist. No, bro.
Rob Taff says the COVID one doesn't count. Liverpool still has
It didn't
is
count,
still on
man. It
19.
didn't count. Still on 19. Pure.
And Josh says,
And
the
this one is
COVID
questionable too.
the COVID trophy was very much questionable because that was during COVID, no fans.
That one didn't
you know,
happen. That one didn't happen.
lockdown,
I mean, it was
people
for the
getting tests
broadcasters.
and results coming after 48 hours. And this time
Yeah.
we lost the pop. So that trophy, the Liverpool won, is also still in question.
That one is questionable. The other one almost didn't happen because
I mean, why do you lose trophies at the expense
the
of people's lives?
the-
Back then,
the
we had
broadcast-
COVID killing people. Now, the Pope died, and that's when Liverpool again lifts the trophy. Come on, guys. It's not fair.
Yeah, but those
Anyway, once again, guys, please do subscribe. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to you, Rob Duffman. Breaking news, Josh. Recent talks between Cunha and Man United. The player gave his green light to join Man United. Negotiations with the club are going well. No issue on the fees. Things will accelerate after the final. That is signing Matthias Cunha, Josh.
Yeah.
I hope we get him. That's all I can say. And I hope we
No,
get
we
other
shall
players
get
too to
him.
come through. I hope we
Yeah,
get
yeah,
other
yeah,
players.
yeah. Keep
Robert
up.
Fluffs. Anyhow, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. It's been a pleasure. Please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Great and good to have you, Rob Tuff. Shout outs to your brother, and shout outs to everyone in Cardiff. Of course, peace. Shout outs to you. It's been a while. Ziad, shout outs to your brother. It's been a while. I don't know where Dieri is, Josh. With these robot, the
I
boot.
know.
Anyway, signing out, guys. Once again, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Glory, glory, Man United. See you tomorrow. Same stream, same time. Cheers.
Yeah, nice one, Rob Tough. Thanks.
Great
Cheers.
show. Thank you. Thank you.